Well, sounded good. Here we are just now getting off the bus, the Old City, and coming down here. I think this might be called the Dung Gate. That one always cracks me up, but it does stink. I don't think that's why they called it that, but nevertheless, ooh, it does stink. This is the Western Wall, or the Wailing Wall, the holiest site for the Jewish people. The Wailing Wall. See people put prayers. Others say their prayers. We're in side of Temple Mount. All through it there have been built passageways. This is the tunnel along the entire western wall that he'll have us going through. Where the wall was originally, all along through here. See people put their prayers. This is the original western wall down to this level right here. But you would have your original foundation and then King Herod's from up. We're at street level here, the very level that Jesus would have walked, 20 feet below the modern day surface. So these stones would have been stones that people of the first century and intertestamental period would have walked.
So we are still in the Wailing Wall.
Recording?
Yeah.
A lot of this, if you're 6 foot or more, you're going to be crouching. Bring your ibuprofen. Well, we've made it out of the rabbinical tunnels, and we are walking the old streets here. This is known as the Lion's Gate, one of the gates in the city wall. You see it has little lions up here. At the pool of Bethesda. There's no water in it now. Bunch of weeds. We're at what they call Queen Anne's Church. Queen Anne's Cathedral. It's our group just kind of singing Holy, Holy, Holy. It does sound really nice in this building, the reverberate. I don't know if you can tell that. There is a beam of light coming through that window. It's kind of cool. This area here is the Court of Pilate. So this is where Jesus would have stood before Pilate initially as he began being judged prior to crucifixion. This street here is the street of the Via Dolorosa.
Let's go.
This is a station where Jesus fell under the weight of the cross. A cool mural here. Made it up through 8 to the 14 stations, and then you turn around and come back and continue on up these streets here where there's lots of little shops now. I guess a lot of people visit this every year, and so You can buy chicken, or I guess that's beef, or dates, spices, things made of copper,
Yes.
silver, cell phone accessories. Nice. Well, this is the steps to Golgotha. Lots of steps here. And it leads to the mound. Alright. Made it up the mound. Beneath that, what looks like a communion table is the place where they say is a hole wherein the cross of Christ was set.
The what?
There's a hole, they say, beneath the table where they say the cross of Christ was set or placed. Where that lady is. It's very pretty, very ornate. Right up into the cathedrals up in there. Interesting symbols that I don't know what those peacocks under the cross are. I'm not familiar with that or the theology, if there is a theology behind it. So this is supposed to be where the place where we're supposed to be under the cross, and that is supposedly where the crack from the earthquake. This is the place that they say is the empty tomb. It's really a pretty impressive building here. Walking around Jerusalem has its challenges. The streets are very narrow and lots to see, but they still are using all this in a modern sense. And you got people trying to sell rosaries, but this is pretty. It's supposed to be the room of the Last Supper. It's rather noisy in here, just from the groups. There's probably 4 or 5 tour groups in here now, all for the same purpose. This is, once again, supposedly the room for the Last Supper. A church has been built over it, and so each group is explaining the story. This is the traditional tomb of King David here in this box. People come and they don't know what they're doing. I think saying some prayers or something. All right, well, we've spent all morning looking at sites that have claims to be places where Jesus was beaten, where he was crucified, where Mary was born, where Mary supposedly ascended to heaven. That's not in the scriptures in any way, shape, or form. And, oh, what else? Anything?
Hey folks, tonight at 7 o'clock, come to the hotel lobby. Some people asked me to talk about my journey out of the Jehovah's Witnesses to Jesus Christ, and I will be sharing for a few minutes there. Come to the hotel lobby.
We're at this place where you can get an authentic patriarchal meal and perhaps ride a camel. All right, how was it? I feel a little bow-legged after that.
Yep.
I'm good.
We just rode this camel down the hill right there. Big old camel. Kind of an odd feeling thing.
Bad breath, huh?
Yeah, it really does.
So here we are at Abraham's tent. What do you think, Dougie?
It's good.
Pretty good. Everybody looks happy.
So we just got done eating lunch with
Push.
Anna.
Push forward like
it
you're
was
bench
good.
pressing.
And this
Like
is
your
Mary
upper
Ann
body.
and Karen.
Yeah,
They're
we're getting
gonna
it.
ride a camel, which we did on the way over. We're deciding to deciding to not right
Yeah,
now.
there you go.
All right.
And you can see it turned out pretty good.
There's a bunch on here. So.
Thank you.
You want it up there, or you want me to take it up to the top?
He'll go.
Here we go.
I didn't ask it.
Anybody wants to go?
No, no,
Ooh.
you're
You're not going? Really?
in the back.
She says, oh man.
And if anybody,
Hey, yay! Look at this guy.
anybody wants to go,
It's how I feel every morning.
All right.
I love this one here. Give that guy some coffee.
Get a rope from him. Get a rope from that guy.
Hold it like the thing, like you're bench pressing.
Hold
There
back
you go.
in back.
Yeah, lock your arm, because when he comes forward, it's gonna wanna. There you go. Yeah.
Hang on, what do you do when they go down? What do you do? Oh no, I can't. Catch me, catch me, catch me, catch me.
You hold tight and lean back.
I can't lean back. I can't lean back.
And just hold tight.
You need to lean back. You'll
Raise
be
your
back.
leg.
Lean back.
They're gonna put their hand up. They won't let you come out. See?
Yeah, they're good at this.
There you go.
Yeah. Here is the what we come to Jerusalem for. To see the old city. This is Temple Mount, right down here, and that's the Dome of the Rock. That's that Islamic mosque. In the foreground, of course, we're on the Mount of Olives right now. This is where the scripture talks about Jesus returning. This whole, I don't know if you can really see it, all before us is a cemetery. It's also the place where Oskar Schindler, Schindler's List, had the factory in Krakow, Poland, which I got to see in 2012. His grave, he's been buried, even though he's a member of the Nazi party, he's buried here for the number of lives that he saved.
Today's day 6.
This is video 6, I'm sorry. Having trouble here in Jerusalem at this hotel uploading our videos because their wireless system is, I don't know, it's not very good. And so I'm saddened by that because I want you all to be able to see these videos while we are here in Israel. Nevertheless, it's been a good day, but it has been a bit exhausting. It is warm here, not just warm, it's hot, right? Hot. And so it's easy to get dehydrated, it's easy to get crampy, it's easy to get all those things that heat and not enough fluids will do to you. When you read the brochure that says you should condition yourself before you go, they're probably telling the truth. So anyhow, hope you are able to see the other videos soon because they're telling the whole story. It's easy to forget what day did we do what thing, and when we're able to watch these videos, we're able to kind of look back and remember the various things that we did during the trip. You got anything to say?
Not really.
All your friends back home?
I guess.
Maybe when they watch this, you will be back home.
Probably.
Probably. How'd you like riding a camel today?
It was kind of weird.
Yeah? Make you feel bow-legged? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Thank you for watching.